Hey folks, super good to see you here today, regardless of whether you're watching me live or watching the replay. I'm here for you. So, before we get into why you want to invest for the long term, let's talk about some reasons I've heard, like why not invest for the long term? And you can probably pitch in with some comments either way on the replay or live. So, why not invest for the long term? I guess you could not invest for the long term because you're busy, because you think you don't have any money to invest, because you're worried about what will happen to all that money once you invest it, because you have no clue how to invest the money long term. You're sending your children to college next year, not long term, but next year, and you're going to need every single penny. You're saving up for a house, so you don't think you need to invest long term. So that's like 6 excuses that I get. But honestly, you need to invest for the long term. Like, yes, you do. Because there's only 2 choices, right? The sweet choice is that we live a lot longer, and then we're going to want play money. And the not so sweet choice is we don't live a lot longer, and you probably have people in your life that you would like to pass some assets to. So I can help you. I can help you with all that stuff. For those of you who don't know me, my name is Karen Trepty. I'm with KT Finances. I absolutely adore what I do. I market for over 100 of the top national finance firms. So all you have to do is hop on a free call with me. It costs you $0. Like, the worst thing that could happen is you'll learn some more about finance. The best thing that could happen is that, excuse me, that we talk about your goals and we help you figure out ways long term to achieve those goals. And the reason I say why invest long term is because that's all I do. If you're interested in getting rich quick, in playing some lottery or doing something where the statistic chances of you winning are really low, or something really high risky in the stock market like commodities, I'm not your girl. I'm just not your girl for that, because I don't believe in investing like that. And quite truthfully, either does Warren Buffett. Like, even Warren Buffett doesn't do crazy stuff like that. He has invested for the long term. In fact, I thought it was pretty interesting. I've listened to books and audiobooks on him. He hasn't ever sold like one of the stocks that he has purchased, and therefore he has paid $0 in tax. So let me tell you 2 things right up front. One, a lot of the products, I have a whole range of products. Obviously, if I work for and market for over 100 of the top finance firms. But the most popular product is probably the one that you've got to get when you're younger. Does that mean I can't help you if you're older? Maybe not with that product. It could mean that, yes. I mean, I don't qualify for it. And I'm pretty healthy. So, okay, you have to be younger. Why is that so valuable? Because if you invest in what's called an indexed universal life product, which, yes, is investing, yes, it does have a death benefit, that if you're a mom or a dad, has young children, if something, God forbid, happened to you that was awful, like a car wreck. I mean, guys, we don't plan these things, right? So you've got to be protected. You've got to have some level of life insurance. And there's all kinds of different ways to do it. But my favorite way is to get you money that you can use in your lifetime, that you pay 0 taxes on. Yes, you pay tax on your income once because that's legal and there's no way around that. But long term, on the growth, on your savings, like if you put money in a savings account, you have to pay tax on the growth of that money like every single year to Uncle Sam. Ask your accountant if you think I'm wrong. So even if you just made $100, that bank has to send you a little 1099 form that says how much interest you earned, and you're paying on that. You're paying taxes on that. So if you figure the tax rate is roughly like 30%, that's high. That's a lot of tax to be paying. If you do that year over year over year over year, think how much money you're losing. So if you do qualify for one of these really popular products, which I will set you up with completely for free. Thanks for popping on. It's good to see you. If you do qualify for that, then your money will compound. Your money will grow. And the savings that you get from that money will grow and grow and grow. See the difference in having that compounded interest on your side instead of having to pay tax, like close to 30% tax, whatever your tax bracket is, 22, 24, 26, 28%, and have it be dribbled away. So why invest for the long term? Because we want to have money, not just today and not just tomorrow, but I'm guessing that you probably want to have money in 10 years, in 20 years, in 30 years, in 40 years. And the thing is, folks, that it's really easy. Ask me how I know. It's really easy as human beings to just delay and to procrastinate. Okay, yeah, say, oh, yeah, that's good. And, maybe tomorrow, maybe next week. And then all of a sudden, next week becomes next year, becomes 10 years. Oh, now I have a child. Okay, now it's like 20 years away. Like, that is not to your advantage. And that's why I want you to call me and set up an appointment. You don't think you have money to save, I will help you find money to save. Or we will come up with a strategy. And we will get you into like the most profitable product for you. So you can invest long term for things like buying that house in the future. But just because you're about to purchase a house doesn't mean you don't need long-term savings. In fact, I would argue you probably need it even more because things happen and houses need repair. Again, ask me how I know. My property up north, my beautiful property up there, we had a heavy windstorm and rainstorm, and guess what happened? Pieces of the roof came off. Was I anticipating that? Was I anticipating that huge bill? And not getting rent for months and months on end because we have to do repairs on the property? No. So that's only one example. People, we hope you don't get sick, but people do get sick. People do get in accidents. People need money. They need money for all kinds of things. And if it's not them getting sick, it could be their kids getting sick. Could be they need to take off from work to take care of their elderly parents for a little bit or a long bit. Let's talk about some happy things. Maybe you want to save long term because you want to travel. You want to go around the world. You want to see the sights. And I can guarantee you when you do that, you're not going to want to be stressed out about money. And I know you can laugh. Maybe some of you are still thinking like youth hostels and places like that are great to stay, but come on. As you get older, I can almost promise you that you're not going to want to stay in those places. You're going to want to stay someplace nice. You're going to want to be able to really relax. And the thing is, you deserve it. So why not set up a plan for you, like right now, like book in today. I've got some pretty happy clients. Last year, I just met with one for lunch yesterday. she's getting ready to retire. She's done great. You know, those clients last year, they earned 15% on their money. In the banks, you're getting like maybe, probably not even getting 1%. Maybe if you have some long-term thing, maybe you're getting 2% like a CD or something. But if you invest in these products that I'm talking about, especially the ones that are most popular, they mirror the market. They're not in the market. They're not volatile like the market. You tell me, Karen, I don't understand all this stuff. No worries. I've got you covered. I'm like a personal shopper. Like if you go to Nordstrom's and you tell me, okay, I want to have a prom dress or I want to have a new suit for work. What am I going to do? I'm going to line up all these nice suits or prom dresses for you. And do I care which ones you get? I mean, only to the extent that they're the best possible deal and look great on you. And it's the same thing with financial products. That's what I do. I'm like a personal finance shopper. So I listen first of all to you. I don't have any time limits. I mean, I'll say that with a caveat, like it's not going to be 100 hours, but any reasonable time limits. Like we're going to talk about your goals. It could take 2 hours. It could take 3 hours total to figure out like what's the best thing for you, depending on your situation, how complicated it is, what your assets are, all of that. I mean, I've served businessmen who have $500,000, and I've also served 20-year-olds that can afford $100 a month. So I can really, do the gamut in between. So think about why you want to invest for the long term. And then it's like anything else. You just have to make up your mind, make that decision, and get started. For a lot of you who are on here, you're entrepreneurs, you're already really rock stars about that long-term vision and what you want. And if I told you like, okay, well, you could do that next year or 10 years from now, you would tell me baloney. You would tell me, I don't want to do that. I'm going to start now because I know I need to start now to get results. Whenever those results are coming, I need to start now. It's the same thing with finance. So I'm sending you tons of light and love. I want you to think long term. I want you to plan for you. I want to be able to celebrate with you and protect you from all those other things that unfortunately life does offer up to us. We don't know to who they're going to be offered, but we know it does come. So, sending you tons of light and love, and I'll talk to you again next time. Okay, ciao for now.